Subhanallah. Allah. Ya Allah. Allah. Allahu Akbar. Allah.
Assalamu alaikum, and welcome to the world of Islam, coming to you from Houston, Texas, in the United States of America. From Denmark to China, from Australia to Argentina, from the United States to the UK, there are more than 1.5 billion Muslims in the world today. The religion of Islam is the fastest growing religion on earth, but unfortunately, the true nature of Islam is often misunderstood and misrepresented. So I invite you to join me as I travel throughout the world of Islam and give you the opportunity to know the truth about Islam and the truth about Muslims. You are now entering the world of Islam.
We have one issue. I know I get this from my mom. We don't go to the doctor. We don't just get up someday and be like, ooh, my chest hurts. I should go check it out. No, it just, Ahsan, I feel better. Yeah, I feel better. No, maybe you should get an x-ray. Get some, no, I'm okay. I feel good. Little Bismillah, and I feel good. Like, go get a checkup. I'm thoroughly concerned for my mom, you know? Go get a blood work. What is this blood work? You know? Go get a blood work. We don't need to go, you know? Because we know the diagnosis. In Arabic, it's called lefhet hawa, which means a brisk wind. Wind broke my arm. Lefhet hawa, what are you gonna do? And we already have the medicine. If we know the diagnosis, we can definitely medicate it. The medicine is olive oil. Zayt zaytun in Arabic. Olive oil. It works great for some things, it really does. One day I woke up, just randomly woke up with something called Bell's palsy. You guys familiar with Bell's palsy? I'll explain it to you. Bell's palsy is when you wake up one day and in half of your face, the nerves quit working. They don't work. You just wake up. What is going on? Seriously, I would laugh. It looked like a freak show. What is going on? You know, I walked up to my mom. I was like, Mama, something is really wrong. She goes, lefhet hawa. Put a little zayt zaytun. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. A'udhu billahi min shaitan rajim. Healed. I looked at my mom. I was like, Mom, I hate to break it to you, but I'm not healed. I went to the emergency room. They're like, what's wrong with you? I don't know what it is, but half of my nerves stopped working. Like, oh, that's Bell's palsy. Oh, okay, that's really nice. What is that on your face? Olive oil. You have any hummus?
Assalamu alaikum, and welcome back to the world of Islam. Our travels in the world of Islam have brought us to Houston, Texas, and I'm here in one of the comedy clubs here in Houston, and I'm joined by one of my brothers in Islam, Muhammad Amr. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
And thank you for agreeing. Thank you for agreeing to sit and spend some time with us. But Brother Muhammad, before we, you're a Muslim comedian, and we're going to talk about that one.
I'm a comedian. This is very big. I'm a stand-up comedian that happens to be Muslim.
Okay, all right. But before we get into what you do now, let's talk about you yourself and where you're from and how you came to be here in America.
Well, I'm Palestinian origin, okay, just like every other Palestinian. I'm born outside of Palestine. I was born in Kuwait, actually. And after the first initial Gulf War, the prequel, we like to call it, we came here as refugees to Houston, Texas. My brother was studying in Houston to get his PhD. You know, as you can imagine, after the Gulf War, it was pretty, it's not the best environment to be in.
But with the journey, I mean, to actually come here during that time, I mean, How was it to travel at that time, and was it easy to escape from there? I don't
You
know
know,
if escape
like I
is the
said,
right
yeah,
word,
escape is probably not the best word. We were like escaping. Oh my God, they're gonna kill us. You know, it wasn't anything like that. I think it was more, you know, just like any father and mother want to do. They want to get their kids out so they can be progressive. And in that moment in time, everybody was pretty stagnant. There was not any kind of movement whatsoever. So they wanted to get us out. As a 9-year-old, like I told you before, you don't really get to establish, you know, how severe the situation really is. You just see the kind of horror in the eyes of your mother and father, and you kind of go along with it. But yeah, it was very difficult. It was very difficult because my mom had to smuggle us out of Kuwait basically by going on a school bus and take some money, put some in money belts, and she had to wear it, my sister had to wear it so they couldn't be searched, and make sure we leave with some kind of money out of the Kuwaiti region, which is the occupied territory by Saddam Hussein at that time. So we got on a school bus, we left, we went to Baghdad. They were searching us profusely. They were searching everybody on the bus. They were searching hundreds and thousands of people. They were searching for money, jewels, whatever it may be.
Whatever they can take from you.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever they can take from you. Exactly right. And so my mom was very concerned because we only had a certain amount of money, you know, that we can work with, considering that the value of the Kuwaiti dollar went down to the same equivalence to the
And this money you were taking, this was money that your family had saved up, or?
Actually, my mother, man, women, I'm telling you, women's and moms, man, they're intelligent. My father is very loose with his money, always kept a couple of dollars here, a couple of dollars here in his suit jackets, in his pockets. So every time my mom would pick it up, she'd reach in, it was like, hey, it's a couple of dollars. So she'd put it on the side. Put it on the side, and after 30 years, she saved up a certain amount of money, and where we thought we didn't have anything, my mom came through, mashallah.
MashaAllah.
Because they think things through, man. You know, it's a proven fact that women have a higher IQ than men do. Did you know that?
And I know it now.
You know it now.
But so now you made the journey. How was the journey in actually arriving here in America?
It was very tough at first.
I mean, the reason you left Kuwait is because whatever the environment was before the war was different after the.
Absolutely. I mean, we lived.
There was no intention to leave before that.
No, there wasn't any intention to leave there. I mean, we were living quite well. Why would you leave a situation where really it was pretty perfect? I mean, my uncle and his kids were 2 houses down. My aunt was so many houses down. You had your cousins, your family, your core values are all there. Everything that you knew from my childhood, you know, up until the age of 9, and my brothers and sisters, the relationships that we had, the fact that my father was working for a petroleum company, you know, it was, you live quite lavish. I went to school in a bow tie, a British English school, in Kuwait. You know, so it was a completely different environment. You come here to Houston, Texas, where my brother was studying to get his PhD, and my sister and I, you know, flew in together. After our journey through Iraq with my mom, we came to the States ourselves, and they put me in a school where it was, you know, I was introduced as, everybody, excuse me, we have a little refugee. I got an announcement. We got a refugee, came here from the war. Please give it up. Give him a good respect, okay? Take care of him. His name is Mohammed. They call me Mohammed. They put Ham and Muhammad, all right? That's ridiculous. Okay? Mohammed Amr, and the ridicule begins after that, my friend. The ridicule completely begins. I went from going to school in a bow tie to going to school in a training suit and looking out, watching my back, what's going to happen, who's going to make fun of me next, and how can I get them first.
But when you first came, when you first were introduced to the school system, I mean, how were you received? I mean, did you
They put me in an ESL, accelerated learning class, to speak English, but I already spoke English. And then they put me in this class, everybody was speaking Spanish.
Right.
I walked in, it's like, hey, hola, ¿cómo estás? ¿Qué tiempo tú eres aquí? I was like, yo, man, I speak English. What are you saying? I thought this was America. So then they switched me shortly afterwards, but it was pretty rough. It was really, really rough, actually.
But rough in what ways? In what ways was it rough?
To fit in, you know, as there's nothing more